Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, the California Lightning Sprints Esports Series. Yes, it's 360 Wing Sprint Cars back on the program. Tonight we come back to the virtual Kokomo Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for tonight's call as we have qualifying on the program right now. Let's go take a look at some of the drivers on the racetrack. Eric Greco, so Rusty Kruger, 11.328, has set quick time at the moment. We have, I think, 30 or 31 drivers signing into the pit area for tonight. As there goes Eric Greco, 7th quick in calibrate with an 11.544. He will jump up to position 6 with an 11.497. Troy Morris on screen right now. 12th quick at the moment with an 11.704. And Jacob Malgalanes in the 46 machine. Cody Nye in caliber 45. We've got a little over 60 seconds left in this practice. Make that qualifying session. Austin Nye in caliber 97. Going to lay down a lap time here at Kokomo. Lap number 1 will be next time by. He's just been given the green flag. Rusty Kruger, 11.328. Cody Gray with an 11.367. Peyton Grease, 11.453. Austin Knight, 18th quick, 11.938. This will be the 30th car to take a lap time. 11.928 is quickest for Austin Nye. Going to be 18th quick at the moment. Leighton Kramer on the racetrack right now in caliber 10. 11.863 is the best for that driver. 30 cars have officially taken a lap time. Jacob Malgalanes, or Margalanes, in the number 46 machine, is the 31st driver to not get a lap time. So 31 cars starting into the pit area for tonight, and congratulations goes to Rusty Kruger. Quick time here tonight. That'll move us into the first of 4 heat races on the program for tonight. Cars going to make their way out onto the racetrack right now behind the iRacing.com pace truck. Hello, Gerald, or Sandra, or Gerald and Sandra. Alright, let's take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for the first of 4 heat races on the program. Heat race number 1 lineup looks like this. Troy Morris going to start on pole. To the outside of the front row, Jade Aphrodisium will start position number 2. Position 3, caliber 48, that'll be Wyatt Brown. And quick time tonight, Rusty Kruger in car 5 will start position number 4. Position number 5 is going to be the 10 of Leighton Kramer. AJ Bender in car 18 will line up at a position number 6. And JJ Irksey in caliber 16 going to line up at a position number 7. So 7 cars just here in heat race number 1. Again, there'll be 4 heat races on the program for tonight. And top 4, I think, is going to move into the A main event tonight. Everybody else will get put into the B and or C main if required. Although with 31 cars, there may not be a C main, but if we do, we'll have a C and a B. Otherwise, we might just have a B here tonight. Troy Morris and Jade Aphrodisium to lead us off for turn number 4. The green flag is out. Heat race number 1 is underway, and Morris going to slide up. Aphrodisium crosses back underneath, down to the inside into turn number 3 and 4. Aphrodisium will lead lap number 1 just at the start-finish line. That was going to be too close to call, I think. Morris slide up again on Aphrodisium. Kruger work on the top side, down into turn number 3 and 4. Kramer sliding into 4th with Brown. And the battle is on for positions number 4 and 5, but the battle is on for the top spot as well. Morris and Aphrodisium continuing to trade sliders. They're all looking to become the king of Kokomo here tonight in the 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. Last time we were here, we had the wings off, and well, what a show it was. And now the wings, some downforce here tonight at Kokomo. And they are working top and bottom all over this racetrack. It is a bull ring and a half. 4 down, 4 to run. Here comes Wyatt Brown. Kruger right now. Oh, look out. Wyatt Brown on the outside. Wyatt Brown in position number 2. And looking for the trifecta in just the space of a lap. Will go to the outside, cut it down to the inside. Wyatt Brown looking for the lead over Troy Morris. 2 to go that time by Rusty Kruger, still in 3rd. Leighton Kramer and Jade Aphrodisian continue to fight it out for positions 4 and 5. Oh, look out. Wyatt Brown into the wall. He goes upside down, gets it back on all fours, but back up into the catch fence as the white flag is out. Heat race number 1. And how about Troy Morris into turns 3 and 4? Oh boy, look at that for 2nd and 3rd. Troy Morris with the win. 2nd will go to Rusty Kruger. 3rd going to be Leighton Kramer. Jade Aphrodisian in 4th. AJ Bender 5th. And we go back to Wyatt Brown in 6th. JJ Irksey to round out the 7 cars there in heat race number 1. Wow, what an entertaining way to kick off heat number 1 of 4 heat races on the program. The California Lightning Sprint Esports Series, of course, presented by the Corey Cruiseman Driving a Midget and Sprint Car Driving School. Heat race number 2 cars making their way out onto the racetrack right now. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in the 017, that'll be Clayton Rustin. To his outside, Brody Rower, car number 91, starts position number 2. Position 3, going to be the 8th of Eric Greco. Position 4, driving car number 4, that'll be Cody Gray. Position 5 in the 97 of Austin 9, Dakota Albright in car 35 out of position number 6. Ryan Greco, the 00, will start position 7. Mitchell Hofsas, car number 32, will start position number 8. Alright, green flag is out. Heat race number 2 here, the California Lightning Sprint Esports Series. Rower got a good run down into turn number 3 and 4. We're watching Clayton Rustin on the inside of the 017 machine. Again, top 4 going to make it straight through to the main event as Rower. And here comes Cody Gray. On the outside, nearly making it 3 wide through the middle of turn number 3 and 4. I'll ride the cushion through 1 and 2. There is very little room to make on the cushion, and a mistake from the cushion to the wall. You get into it, and it could be the mistake that cost you a front row starting position or a back row. Depending on where you end up as Rower will lead halfway home now. Just 4 circuits remaining here at Kokomo. Lap times in the mid 11-second brackets, 11.5s, 11.6s at the moment. And here comes Gray once again, trying to find a way around the 91 machine of Brody Rower. When does Gray pull the trigger to go for the slide job for the race lead, or is he happy just sitting here in 2nd spot knowing that he's got a transfer spot on lockdown at the moment? Eric Greco now closing in on Cody Gray. The white flag is out this time by, and your top 3, you can literally throw a blanket over them on the top side of the racetrack. There's a couple of car lengths between them. We'll go down into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. You see Brody Rower on the top and Cody Gray. That's how they'll finish. 1 and 2. Eric Greco 3rd. 4th is going to go to Clayton Rustin. Dakota Albright, Ryan Greco, Austin Nye, and Mitchell Hofsas going to round out the 8 cars here in heat race number 2. So heat races really moving along very quickly, very nicely here at the Kokomo Speedway. We'll move into the second half of our heat races, heats 3 and 4. Heat 3 to come up next. Let's go trackside. Heat race number 3. Let's take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 17, that's going to be Jake Swanson to his outside. In the 083, Joe Gibb at a position number 2. James Turnbull going to line up at a position number 3. Position number 4 going to be Peyton Grease. Position number 5, Dominic Del Monte. Aidan Lang will line up at a position number 6. Chris Ennis will start position number 7. And Jacob Margolanes will start position number 8. Again, 8 cars here for heat race number 3. Top 4 going to move into the main event. Everybody else through to the preliminary mains. 31 cars making their way to the virtual Kokomo Speedway. The last time that we were here, we said when the wings were off, James Turnbull, he was that driver that put on an absolute clinic. We'll see what he can do here in heat race number 3. We are green. Peyton Grease already looking to the middle of the racetrack. Slides up. Now comes back down off the wall. Nearly tagged the front end of the 83 machine. Here goes Joe Gibbs to the inside. James Turnbull. Oh, look out. We got a car upside down into turn number 1 and 2. Swanson, your leader from Joe Gibb. Then you go back to James Turnbull. Peyton Grease in positions 3 and 4. Here goes Grease with a slide job. Turnbull turns it underneath him now. There's 3rd and 4th. The 2nd and 1st will come in screen right now was Joe Gibb in the 83. Working upstairs again through turn number 1 and 2. Just sort of following in the footsteps of your race leader. Following in the tyre tracks of the 17 of Jake Swanson. Halfway home here in heat race number 3. Grease and Turnbull throwing some Hail Marys on each other. And well, both cars go upside down. And well, I'll tell you what, Dominic Del Monte and Chris Ennis, they say thank you very much. We'll go on by. We'll take positions 3 and 4 if you don't mind. Uh-oh. Joe Gibb has fallen off just a little bit to your race leader. But no harm in doing so. Just knowing that the top 4 will make it through to tonight's main event, as we're going to have 1 lap left to run here in heat race number 3. Jake Swanson. It's been the case right now. The front row have really made their mark here on the heat races. Heat number 3, checkered flag is out. Jake Swanson, Joe Gibb going to come home 1st and 2nd. 3rd at the line is going to be Chris Henderson, the 86, around the outside of Peyton Grease for positions number 4. Margolanes 5th. Turnbull, Del Monte, and Aidan Lang. So that car that went upside down, I believe it might have been Aidan Lang in the 13 machine. As our 4th and final heat race of the night. Let's take a look quickly at our Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. As the top 4 going to move into tonight's 30-lap A main. Starting on pole, car number 88 of Trevor Ballou. Zach Bosnich will start position number 2 in car number 55. Cody Nye will start position 3 in car 45. JD Laird in car number 23 at a position number 4. Position 5, Rudy Padilla will start alongside Grant Sexton, car number 3 at a position 6. And Scott Bradley lines up at a position number 7. I can tell you Trevor Ballou did not grid from the pole position. So Cody Nye licking his chops, licking his lips. Rubbing those hands together, keep nice and warm. He will start on pole. So our B main to come after this. I don't think we should have a C, but if we do, we'll have a C and a B. Heat number 4, California Lightning Sprints Esports Series. 360 sprint cars, we're green. Cody Nye will lead down into 1. It's Nye. Then you go back to Laird. As now Laird throwing the slider on Bosnich. Bosnich around the outside. Now here comes Grant Sexton in the 3 machine as well. To the outside, inside. Back to the inside into turn number 3. Bosnich got some pressure right now. Oh, not for long. Because Grant Sexton in the 3. He was all over the shop in turns 3 and 4. And those internet issues are plaguing the number 3 machine at the moment. But he still holds on to the 4th and final transfer spot. All vowing to get into tonight's 30-lap A main event. Then here comes Bosnich. trying to reel in your race leader of Cody 9, the 45 machine. Again, we're 4 down, 4 down, 4 left to run. Make that 3 to go this time by Cody 9. Leads by about 2 car lengths down into turn number 1 and 2. Again, this top side, it's the quickest way around at the moment. Still got a lot of moisture up there in turns 3 and 4. 1 and 2 is a little bit more trickier. Those drivers do have to somewhat keep those left side tyres in the slick, but if they can keep it nice and straight and off the wall, they set themselves up for a good turn number 3 and 4. Oh, look out the lap car! Rudy Padilla and Zach Bosnich, and both Cody 9 got involved in that one. And they say thank you very much. Check and flag is out. Bosnich gets the win ahead of Cody 9. Third is going to go to Grant Sexton. Scott Bradley in 4th. Padilla in 5th. And JD Laird in position number 6. Looks like this will be our B main. Let's confirm that. We'll take a look at our Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. And 10 laps is going to be the distance. Only the top 8 are going to go through to the back of tonight's 24-car, what was now going to be a 24-car field main event for 30 laps. AJ Bender and Dakota Albright start positions number 1 and 2. Jacob Malgalanes and Rudy Padilla will start positions 3 and 4. Positions 5 and 6 will be Wyatt Brown and Ryan Greco. James Turnbull alongside JD Laird out of positions 7 and 8. 9th, JJ Irksey and Austin Nye out of position 10. Dominic Del Monte out of 11th. Trevor Ballou didn't grid. Dalton Schrum didn't grid. We go back to Mitchell Hofstas and Aidan Lang. To make this a 13-car field. And the top 8 are going to go through. Way too much beer, Patricia. Hello and welcome everybody into Ultimate Dirt TV. If you haven't done so already, hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page. Hit the thumbs up on our YouTube videos. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And yes, you can become supporters of our Facebook feed just for $4.99 a month. Exclusive content that is not going to be released to the general public, but what those contents are, not quite sure just yet. We'll figure something out. Green flag is out. We're underway in tonight's B main. Uh-oh, we got a car upside down already in turns number 1 and 2. Just trying to catch who that was. That might have been AJ Bender. Watching James Turnbull on screen. Malgalane's going backwards. Ryan Greco, JD Laird. Here comes Ryan Greco in the O machine. That's that car coming through the middle as he gets a slide jump put on him by the 37 of Dominic Del Monte. Everybody trying to fight down low. JD Laird involved in an incident. And Greco right now in position 8, make that 7th. So no yellows so far in the B main. And what a race for that transfer position. It is heating up right now. Austin Nye putting a slider there on Malgalanes. Then you go back to JD Laird and Ryan Greco. That's your 7th and 8th cars on screen and in the transfer spot. In fact, Ryan Greco's in 9th. Trying to get into the show as he moves in front of Laird. Laird gets into the back of him. Now here comes Aidan Lang in the number 13 machine. Oh, slide jump contact. And JD Laird says, thank you very much, boys. I'll take that one. 3 to run. This time by for your race leader down into 1 and 2. Oh, Turnbull. Dakota Albright on the top side of the racetrack. But how about James Turnbull doing what he did in the non-wing cars? He's rolling the bottom side. And he's just got that 2 glued to the low line. A lap and a half to run down into turn number 3 and 4. It'll be the white flag this time by. Again, your top 8 going to make it through into tonight's A main event for 30 laps. White flag is upon us right now. Was into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. James Turnbull victorious just. Dakota Albright was fast finishing. He'll come home 2nd. Wyatt Brown in 3rd. 4th. Across the line. Austin Knight, JJ Irksey, Dominic Del Monte, JD Laird, and Jacob Malgalanes, your top 8 in that one. So we've got a 5-minute warm-up session, so we'll obviously take this time to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV, pay a couple of bills, and come back in just a few moments' time. Alright, so while we got a moment and a break in the proceedings while the cars are on track for a couple of minute hot lap session, I want to thank, of course, California Lightning Sprints and the Greco boys, Eric and Ryan, for their continued support here on a Thursday evening. I want to thank, of course, the Corey Cruiseman Sprint Car and Midget Driving School. And of course, I want to thank our sponsors and partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder iRacing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. Without their support, none of this would be possible. And the new season of iRacing coming up, I think in about a month's time. So we'll have new sponsorship and packages available for your broadcast or for your company. Trying to get out here on all the broadcasts we do here on Ultimate Dirt TV in what is a time of, well, COVID-19, the crisis that we're facing at the moment. With iRacing projecting itself in the right direction, along with esports as well. The track did get a bit of a track grade just after that B main, and these drivers will, well, so far they've still got 2 minutes left on the racetrack. But as we look at the Kokomo Speedway, again, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in here tonight. We are closing in on 11,000 followers on our Facebook channel. We are well over 1,200 subscribers on the YouTube side of things. So again, to each and every one of you that have tuned in previously, or if it's your first time, thank you so very much on behalf of the management here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Without the support, none of this is possible. And just looking at how close we are to that 11,000 follower mark, looking like as it stands we're about 80 or so. We're about 80 away, I reckon. Alright, there is the checkered flag there on the warm-up session, which means it is now time for our 30-lap A main event. 24 cars getting set to take to the racetrack right now. Let's go trackside, take a look. It's your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Your lineup looks like this. Cody Gray, car number 4, going to start position number 1. Position 2, going to be Rusty Kruger. Zach Bosnich will line up out of position 3. Jake Swanson out of position 4. Brody Rower and Troy Morris will make up row number 3. Row 4 going to be Joe Gibb and Cody Nye. Row 5, Leighton Kramer, Eric Greco. Row 6, Chris Ennis and Grant Sexton. Row 7, Jade Aphrodisian and Clayton Russell. Row 8, Peyton Grease, Scott Bradley. Row 9, James Turnbull, Dakota Albright. Row 10, Wyatt Brown, Austin Nye. Row 11, JJ Irksey and Dominic Del Monte and JD Laird. In fact, to round out the 22 car field, Clayton Ruston didn't grid, neither did Jacob Malgalanes. Well, this could be an exciting one. 30 laps on the board. The California Lightning Sprints Esports Series presented by the Corey Cruiseman Sprint Car Midget Driving School 360 Wing Sprint Cars. Your A-main about to start here at the Kokomo Speedway. It's time to get dirty for 30 as we go green on Cody Gray and Rusty Kruger. Into 1 and 2, the field is spread all across this tight little ball ring. We go 3 wide for the race lead. Bosnich on the inside. Kruger slides up. Gray Rower. Look at Troy Morris working the bottom side as well. Down into turn number 1 and 2. He's got the race lead if you don't mind. Oh boy, Troy Morris from about that 3rd row on the outside looks for the race lead over Kruger. Kruger working upstairs along with Cody Gray as well. What a race this is right now. Oh no, Morris out of shape. He keeps it going. Kramer coming through the middle as well. Bosnich around the outside of Morris as we go yellow. We got a car facing the wrong way. Look out. Right, now I can see. Because it's 1:30 here in the afternoon. Turns out, big old shiny spot coming through the window. Just keeping a shiny spot on the main screen. Not ideal. Here we go. Lights are out on the pace truck. This time by 4 down, 26 to go. Tonight's A main event. Can Kruger hang on for Swindell Speed Lab? Can Cody Nye in that JDR Graphics number 4G machine? Can he make another run out of podium? Excuse me. We go back to green flag action. It will be Kruger Gray. And Bosnich putting the slider there on Troy Morris. But Troy Morris works back to the inside. Brody Roll back in behind them as well. We'll go back up and take a look at the battle on for the race lead. Because one little slip up from one of these drivers could very well determine, I don't want to say the outcome of this race, but very well determine how they in fact get around this racetrack for the next 25 laps as we have another quick yellow here on the speedway. And we have got, oh no, Troy Morris upside down. Well, he had quite an entertaining couple of laps that was. He certainly made his way to the front very quickly after starting position number 6. And well, unfortunately for Troy Morris, he finds himself upside down. And the virtual hook has been required. So the virtual tow truck making its way to the outside of the speedway now. Going to take that number 7 machine, and that will be him done for the night. He'll put that car in the hauler, and well, might as well head up to the concession stand or go to the bar and grab a brewski and watch the rest of this 24 lap A main event. We go back to green, this time by Kruger, Gray and Bosnich. Look at the 17. That is Jake Swanson. There comes a slide job by our boy Gray. Kruger coming together. Brody Rower, look at Bosnich, Swanson on the low side, and then you got the 45 of Cody Nye. 3 wide down into turns 3 and 4. And they're still nearly 2 and 3 wide. Look at this, 2 lots of 3 wide action. Oh, if you don't love this one, you might as well just turn the stream off. This is some fantastic... Oh, no! Cody Gray! The 4G around and upside down, and there is the yellow. Peyton Grease involved in that one as well. Oh, man, you got to feel for the 4G of Cody Gray. Man, he had a good run up until then. And now Zach Bosnich is now going to be your race leader. Jake Swanson. Let's take a look at where he started. Position number 4. He's up to the 2nd spot. Cody Nye started position number 8. He's up into position number 4. So we wait for the lights to go out on the pace truck. 1/3 of the race distance complete. 10 down, 20 to run. There goes the pace truck. It is in. We wait for Bosnich, who came off a podium last week. Finds himself in the race leaders. Kruger getting a run as we go back yellow very quickly. Been the theme of the night so far. We had the 410s at the Grove about an hour ago, finishing up. And unfortunately, there was a few too many yellows in that one as well. Totally different racetrack to what Kokomo is though. There we go, lights are out. Caught me off guard, I wasn't paying attention. Apologies, Bosnich and Swanson. Bosnich around the outside, Swanson up on the inside, down into turn number 3 and 4 again, trying to make that bottom side work. Good through turn number 1 and 2 on the low side, but it's the top side speed. And speaking of speed, it is a speed lab, number 5 machine, Rusty Kruger. Trying to get a main event victory here in the California Lightning Sprints 3 wide towards the exit of turn number 2. Kruger, Bosnich working the outside. Swanson running the low side. There's your top 3 on screen. And has anybody got anything right now for Zach Bosnich? Because this time by, we are 15 down and 15 to run. Kruger, he's not within striking distance, but he doesn't mind throwing and, well, trying to be Brett Favre and just trying to throw that one deep down into the turn. A Hail Mary. Oh no! Bosnich caught the wall. His rear end is busted. And that'll put any sort of chance that he has at this one. And Jade Decent in the 14 machine. Out of nowhere like Randy Orton coming in and trying to pick up a victory. Kruger works the top side. Swanson staying low. All the way around this tight little bull ring of a racetrack. Decent moves into second. third, Swanson. Then you go back to Cody Nye in the 45 machine. Oh, Afrodisian into the wall in turns number 1 and 2. Sorry, 3 and 4, 1 and 2. Now, whoop, does it anyway into turn number 1 and 2. 10 to run this time by for your race leader. Yellow flag is out. Oh, look out, couple of cars stacked up. Just catching the front end of the 5 of Rusty Kruger. So the lights are out here on the pace vehicle. It's so easy to say that you need to stay away from the wall, Patricia, but when you get on a track like this, it is very, very difficult to stay off of that wall, especially when the track is slick as it is at the moment. Here goes Aphrodisian down low into turn number 1 and 2, looking for the lead off of turn 2, but Kruger around the outside, kept the foot in the throttle. Swanson's obviously realised he's going to go upstairs. Austin 9, the 45 machine. In fact, that's Cody Nye. Apologies. Cody Gray and Peyton Grease back to positions 4 and 5. Just think about 10 laps ago or so, it was Cody Gray who wasn't anywhere near the top 4. Grease tagged the back of him. Now James Turnbull coming after him. Your leader Kruger, he is gone. Swanson still holding on to position number 3. Cody Gray trying to work the outside. They're going to go 3 wide now. Single file down into 1 and into 3 and 4. Swanson through the middle. Turnbull working the inside again. Oh, Aphrodisian is all sorts of crossed up in turns 1 and 2. We go yellow and a big lead that Kruger had nearly entire straightaway. That's going to get erased, and we are set for a 5-lap sprint to the end. So it's Kruger's race to lose at the moment. Aphrodisian in second. Cody Gray back to position 3. Jake Swanson. In fact, it's James Turnbull in 4th. Jake Swanson rounds out the top 5. Then you go back to Peyton Grease, Eric Greco, Joe Gibb, Grant Sexton, and Cody Nye. Rounding out about the top 10 drivers in that one. So can Kruger put the speed lab 5K in victory lane? Let's find out. The 4G car, that's Cody Gray right there on screen. Sitting in 3rd position. 5 laps left to run here at Kokomo. It is throw the kitchen sink at these drivers to find out who will be your top 3. And that's your top 3 on screen, left to right. Kruger, Aphrodisian, and Gray. It's the way they run down into turn number 1 and 2. Gray going to move to the middle of the racetrack. Slides up in front of Aphrodisian. James Turnbull. He's got an opportunity late in this one. Aphrodisian sliding up, but Gray around the outside. Gray moves into position number 2. Boy, I'd love just to see the yellow just come out just to give Gray an opportunity at Kruger one last time. But speaking of one last time, we'll go 2 more times around the Kokomo Speedway here in tonight's main event. Kruger putting himself in a good position. Started the night off with, I think, quick time. Oh, yellow just as we were coming to the white flag. Oh, boy. And the green-white checker we are set for. Cody Gray, he will have that opportunity. And Peyton Grease has now made his way to position number 3. Boy, oh boy. When you think this race could not throw anything more at these guys. Well, turns out you can. Now the nerves have got to be really coming into play for these drivers inside the top three. Cody Gray, he went back to the back of the bus. We'll see if he can get it done. Lights are up. There goes the pace truck. 2 laps left to run here in tonight's A main event. A green-white checker about to come out as we go green flag action once again. Kruger, Gray, Grease. It's the KGG-a-thon right now up into turn number 3. Yellow back out, and we are going to go back to another green-white checker. So this should put us back onto lap number 29. Either that or it'll go to 30 of 32 here in just a second. So a second attempt at a green-white checker. Two to green right now. That's the iRacing.com official pace truck. We'll turn its lights off this time by. In 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Right on cue. So I'm going to still call it as a green-white checker. Here we go. We are back underway in what could be the final time in tonight's main event. Into 3 and 4, Kruger and Gray. They run 1 and 2. And that's shown me the checkered flag, so there it is. So it was just a 1-lap sprint to the end. I would have thought it would have given us a green-white checker. Rusty Kruger, Cody Gray, and James Turnbull, your top 3. Joe Gibb, Dakota Albright, 4th and 5th. Peyton Grease, 6th. Cody Nye, 7th. Grant Sexton, 8th. Grant Sexton, Austin Nye, Jake Swanson, Chris Ennis, Wyatt Brown, JJ Erksey, Jade Afadisian, Eric Greco, Leighton Kramer, JD Lee, Dominic Del Monte, Scott Bradley, Zach Bosnich. Then we go back to Brody Roll, Troy Morris, Clayton Rustin, and Jacob Malgalanes as well. There is the 5K. Swindell Speed Lab goes to Victory Lane. We'll chat to our top 3 here in just a few moments' time. Alright, well, let's go right down to Victory Lane. In fact, we'll have our top 3. But home in first place tonight in Caliber 5K, it's Rusty Kruger. Rusty, congratulations on this victory. Oh, that was a wild race, to say the least.
Yeah, pretty good for wing cars around here, I'd say.
Track had a bit of a reset before that main event. You guys had about 4 minutes of practice. Do you think that sort of helped the track, or was it always going to be up top for the Kokomo Speedway?
I feel like it was probably going to be hammered down all the way around the fence no matter what you do to it. I don't know. It feels like everything else can race good around here, but these cars, it's kind of top dependent. But, you know, it's all good. We still got the win and got some pretty good testing for Monday's pro race.
Now, where are they, the pro race this Monday? Is it here or where are they?
It is at the Kokomo Speedway.
Oh, God. Yeah, well, I'm going to say good luck to you.
Thanks. I'll need it.
Well, congratulations, Rusty, on the win here tonight. We'll let you get out of here and let you celebrate this win with the Speed Lab guys, and we'll let you thank some sponsors as well.
I just got to thank all the old boys at Speed Lab Esports. You know, they get a lot of haters on Facebook pages, but we're still out here winning. That's all that matters. And Jake Swanson, Shock Technology, the boss man looked like he was almost having a good run, but you know, happy to get the win for us too. And then the boys at Fast For Me and Viral Moto.
All right, there we go. Rusty Kruger there, home in first place, home in second spot tonight. Well, he was near the front, He goes back to the back, comes back out, and finds himself in second. Cody Gray. Cody, congratulations on this second place run. It's just that 4 machine's got some speed in it.
Thank you, Brett. Yeah, it really does. I thought it was over, but then I just had to remember what I did at Eldora and start pushing through and, just kind of doing my thing and not worrying about everyone else. Would have been nice if we could have came out with the win, but I'm not going to complain about second.
What was going through your mind once you got back to second, just as you guys were about to take the white flag, all of a sudden the yellow comes out, then that puts yourself right up on the back of Rusty. What goes through your mind there, coming to the green when you've got a green-white checker coming out?
I kind of just thought that I had another chance, but I saw that there was only one lap, and if I threw a move, it would probably set me backwards more, so I just kind of stayed behind Rusty and hoped that stuff would happen behind me, and sure enough, it did.
Well, Cody, congratulations. Second place run, a hell of a run to come from the back to the front here tonight at Kokomo. We'll let you get out of here and let you thank some people as well.
I'd like to thank Sexton Fire Protection, JD at JDR Graphics, all the guys at CLS, and everyone behind us tonight.
All right, Cody Gray home in second spot, home in third place tonight. Well, he was good without a wing on. Now he's put the wing on. James Turnbull. James, third place run here tonight. Something about Kokomo that you love, run on the bottom side and you get it done in third spot tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. The bottom lane around Kokomo and me work about as well as peanut butter and jelly, but we had this thing rolling from the back, and we got caught up earlier in the heat race and had to race my way through the B main and rolled the bottom and won that, and just slow rolled my way to the front. And I feel bad for Peyton. Peyton and I drove it up from the back because we got in a wreck earlier, but I don't know. I didn't mean to clean him out. I was all the way on the brakes, and I just feel bad. Like, he earned third, I didn't.
From 17th up to the third, it's still a pretty good drive considering this racetrack, was that topside dominant. But you're probably only one or two, maybe three drivers to make that bottom side work.
Yeah, it's all it is just it's like fishing. You just keep waiting and waiting until you catch something, and I catch a bit of the traction coming off the corner, and I just catch these guys going down the straightaway. So it's just a waiting game, and you got to be patient with these cars. You can't be up on the chip all the time because you make one miss up and you're in the fence and junking it. So it feels pretty good to get a podium for the first time, but not the way I wanted to do it. I feel bad for Peyton again. I didn't mean to clean him out like that, but it feels good to finally get a podium.
Well, buddy, you come home third tonight in the 360s here at Kokomo. Congratulations on this podium. We'll let you get out of here and let you thank some sponsors as well.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Scully Engineering Contractors, ProTech Services, Advanced Racing Suspensions, Sherman Race Cars, Area Construction, Jamie Yost Tile, Reese's Air Conditioning, CMR Plastering, and RNS Drywall for all their continued support for on and off the track and in iRacing.
All right, there we go. James Turnbull there, home in third place. And just to recap, up on the top of the screen, Rusty Kruger, Cody Gray, and James Turnbull, your top three. That'll do it for us here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Big thanks to everybody that has tuned in here tonight on Facebook Live and also on YouTube. We appreciate all the support very much. And big thanks to, of course, the California Lightning Sprints, the Esports Series, and, of course, the Corey Cruiseman Sprint Car and Midget Driving School. Every other supporter and people that behind the scenes that make all this possible every Thursday night from 11 p.m. Eastern. Catch all the action next week again from 11 p.m. Eastern right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. And until next time, a big thanks to our sponsors and partners. Big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder Racing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. And until next time, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, this is Brett Wheeler signing off saying good night. We'll see you back on Sunday night, I believe.